So in the event, I just know you all will love our guest speaker today. In the event that you feel like you need to refer this to somebody else, like a colleague, family member, or maybe you want to watch this again because it's going to be so great. We will have this resource on the Can Do website. So welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. I am your host this afternoon. My name is Michelle. I am honored to be here, and I'm so excited that we have our guest speaker, Loa. She's joining us from BC, and the topic today is creating a meaningful vision and mission statement for your organization, which is really important. So the description of today's webinar is why do many organizations take the time to define their mission, vision, values, and purpose? And is it really that important? Yes, it is. If you want everyone paddling the canoe, oh, I love this analogy, paddling the canoe in the same direction towards a common goal. So your mission statement clarifies that what your business stands for, who it serves, and how it makes a difference, whereas your vision is the why your business exists. So revealing an important roadmap for your organization. You can craft compelling mission and vision statements by infusing them with passion, making them inspirational, and aligning them with your business's values and goals. And I just want to pull on that word passion because today's guest speaker, Loa, she brings the passion, she brings the fire. So I think that this is just great. So we're clarifying core elements of a brand. Clarifying these core elements of a brand helps to keep your organization on track and purposeful while attracting the right people to support its growth and progress. So today, Loa, the lovely Loa, she's been doing this for 22 years, in the marketing communications. And so she's going to use her expertise and her knowledge, and she's just going to pass it on to us today. She has 20 plus years of entrepreneurial marketing, technology, and sales expertise through her marketing agency, Activate, consulting for emerging private and public companies, Indigenous and non-Indigenous. So she's going to lead us this afternoon. We're so delighted that she has joined us, but we're just going to take a moment, press pause before we hand the reins over. And we just want to acknowledge the goodness of Creator, the goodness of this day that we can gather here in this beautiful virtual community. And we just want to give thanks to Creator for this time, this opportunity. You know, it's all about building that capacity and learning and building on the knowledge that we already have. So thank you so much, Creator, for the gift of this beautiful day, and the gifts that are always around us. So the gift of Mother Earth, the lands, the sky, the stars, the moon, and our relatives, all of our relations, our chosen family. I have this wapoose that's, comes and visits me in my home. And I'm reminded that Creator always sends us messengers. So we give thanks for the gift of this day and this moment. So here we go, Loa, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Hi, everybody. It's really nice to be here with you today. And I just want to extend my gratitude. Michelle always brings such warmth to every session. And I just love her energy and her enthusiasm and just how she creates a really wonderful space for us to all meet today. So thank you, Michelle, for that. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I am so excited to be able to share on this topic with you. And the reason for that is because without having a really strong mission and vision and knowing your values and exactly why your business exists, it's really tough, as the analogy that Michelle stated and that I used, to have everybody in the canoe paddling in the same direction. And that is our goal today, is we want to get everybody to understand all these different aspects of building your business and being able to communicate it in a really impactful, passionate way so that you can attract like-minded people to your business and everybody's moving in the same direction. So that is what we're going to be talking about. And before we get into the information, that I'm going to share with you, I'd like to first express my gratitude to be able to live, work, and play on the beautiful traditional territories of the Coast Salish people, specifically the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, where I reside. And now, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now, the way that I like to run these webinars and these sessions is I'm a teacher outside of doing these webinars as well as a marketer. So I really like to have engagement and interactivity. I know on webinars, a lot of people are used to just kind of sitting back and taking in the information. But honestly, if you interact and you're a part of the conversation, you're going to learn and take away a lot more richness of the knowledge than you would by listening passively. But it's completely your choice. But I do really like to hear from you. So if you want to share with me some of your experiences and share with the others, then that would be amazing. Okay, so here we go. First of all, everybody, if you could please just quickly say your name. I know that you mentioned in the chat where you're located, but if you can just say the city and province you're in, what you would like to take away from this today, because it helps me to really be able to tailor the information if I know where you're coming from. What your favorite non-work activity is, and please put your LinkedIn address in the chat, because another reason why these getting together, these sessions are really valuable is if we can all connect and stay connected, then that is how business opportunities will come your way, is that the larger your network is, the more doors are opened by building relationships. So let's do that. So let's start with, how about, let's see, Larry, you'd like to learn today, and what your favorite non-work activity is. Are you there, Larry? Hello, Larry. Okay, no Larry. Okay, how about Ken?
Yep, I'm here.
Yay, Ken. Okay, and you are, let me remember, I think you're in Ontario, right?
Ontario.
Excellent. And what would you like to learn today? Yes, I remember Ontario for sure. What would you like to learn today? What are you hoping to get out of this session?
I think vision statement and mission statement are words to that effect. Really, when you wake up in the morning, what are you going to do, and where are you working, and what are you working for, and what's your overall goal? So it's a way of refocusing what direction you're going to take, and to get to motivate yourself to move to that direction. So that's my big ask.
Okay. Awesome. That's fantastic, Ken. Thank you so much. And your favorite non-work activity is what? I'm
disabled and I'm retired, so I just breathing.
Oh, well, that's a good one. Breathing is a very good one. Okay, well, thanks, Ken, for your humor as always. And Robert, how about you? Where are you calling in from? Hi, Robert.
Hi.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hey, can you see me now, or?
Yeah, I think so. Where'd you go? Right. Oh yeah, there you are. Hello, nice to see you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name's Rob. I'm from Martin Falls, Falls First Nation, and I'm in Thunder Bay, in my Thunder Bay office right now. I have a sub office here, and so anyway, for I guess Martin Falls is on their way into making our strategic planning sessions and stuff like that. We're doing that right now, and I figured I'd tap into this and just learn a little bit more about that. And I'm new to economic development, but been there, was taking a course earlier. Then the pandemic happened. I put a halt on some of my learning, I guess you could say. And so that's just what I want to learn.
Oh, fantastic, Robert. That's excellent. Well, so glad to have you here. And I just love being with people who are growth minded and want to continue to develop who they are and also obviously help the organization progress. So yay. And Robert, what's your favorite non-work activity? So we know a little bit more about you as a person.
Oh, non-work activity, I guess a little bit of everything. I like the outdoors and going out and hunting and that kind of thing. Out with my dog and that kind of thing. So a little bit of dancing here and there, whatever.
And dancing, did you say? Did you say dancing?
Okay, that's a little too much info, I think. All right, bye.
Dancing is great. Hunting and dancing. I like it. That's fantastic, Rose. Sounds like you really know how to enjoy life. That is excellent. Thanks for sharing. And who else we got?
I'm not a very good dancer, but that's the mission of it. This dance routine, I guess.
It's all about how much fun you're having in life. That's what matters. That's great. Thanks, Robert. And Jake, how about you? Are you able to turn on your camera and let us see you and say hello? Hello, Jake? Yeah? Hi. How are you?
Okay. There we go.
Oh, there. Hi. Nice to see you.
I was just eating here.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's lunch. Actually, it's late lunchtime. It's lunchtime somewhere for you. And where are you calling in from, Jake?
I'm calling in from Toronto.
The big city of Toronto. Nice. And which First Nation?
Close by Robert's neck of the woods there, Northwestern Ontario.
Nice.
From Sandy.
Fantastic. And what are you hoping to take away today, Jake, from this session? What's your goal?
Just what it says, like having the way things are written.
Okay.
Usually, sometimes when I write things down, things are read in a different context.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So, are you looking to get more clear on your company and your business's purpose and vision to try and help everybody kind of get on the same page?
Yeah.
Yeah? Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Well, then you came to the right workshop. That's excellent. And what's your favorite non-work activity, Jake?
I'd have to say reading and walking.
Oh, very nice. Excellent. And do you what kind of reading? Do you do fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Nonfiction. Okay.
Although I got a couple of fiction, but
okay. You like to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, mix and match.
Oh, good. That's fantastic. Well, that's great.
The other things I like is just working with my hands.
Oh, very nice.
So
that
I
is
like to
great.
I like to tinker on things here and there.
Oh, excellent. So your wife or your girlfriend or the females in your life probably like you around because you're probably fixing things for them.
Mostly. I have my niece out here. So my niece lives out here, and so every time I go over there, she's just exactly like my sisters. Because when I go visit my sisters, they already got a list of chores for me to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's pretty typical.
Things to fix.
Well, that's good. You're a fixing kind of guy. That's awesome. Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much, Jake. It's so nice to have you here with us.
Yeah, they always ask me because I was in maintenance for a long time.
Yes. So, okay. Well, that's good. Handy. And you're a handy guy to have around. Thanks so much, Jake.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tara, how are you?
Hi, we don't have the best internet where I am yet, so I'll just put my video on while I'm talking because sometimes it slows down the meeting. speed and I sound like a robot. So hopefully I won't for this quick intro. My name is Tara. I work for my band's Economic Development and Commercial Lands Management Department. And I'm from the Haida Nation, living on Haida Gwaii.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and so we have several businesses within our ACDev portfolio. One of them is a campground, which is a group of longhouses that we welcome visitors to every year, going through some major renovations. We also have growing businesses in enterprises, which one of them is that we're trying to build a fleet of like excavators, dump trucks, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, build capacity so that we can respond to provincial bid opportunities and take our long overdue stake in the highways, roads, and maintenance. We have a kitchen. Basically, yeah, just kind of growing businesses and growing commercial development portfolios. And the goal is one of the new businesses that's needed is a service and hospitality company. So I'm kind of focusing on that as my goal and takeaway is to kind of be able to verbalize the mission and some of the values pieces.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, that's perfect. Then you're in the right spot. Love it. So nice to have you. And then Tara, quickly, what's your non-work activity, favorite thing to do?
I just set a brand new goal of playing in our all-native basketball tournament in Prince Rupert in February.
Right.
I've never played in it before, and I'm getting old, so if it's not this year, then I better do it now. So I'm training hard.
Okay.
I'll get my
That's excellent. Well, I think that's a fantastic, but great goals on both sides, both personally as well as professionally. So thank you so much for sharing. It's so nice to learn a little bit about you and all of you, in fact, who shared. And I hope that I haven't missed anyone besides those of us who are on the call working directly with. Oh, Larry, you are there. You are. Hi.
Sorry about that. You were asking for my introduction. I was clicking all sorts of buttons and it didn't work. So
it's all good.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my name is Larry LaValle. I'm located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Treaty 1 territory. I work for Federated Cooperatives Limited as their Indigenous Business Development Advisor. So I'm a life learner, so I always believe, there is something to learn in any kind of interaction we have. A big part of what I do is interacting with Indigenous communities and led organizations in Manitoba. So anything I can learn, anything I can pick up through this webinar and others, best practices, that type of stuff. And favorite non-work activity, I like the outdoors. I like go quadding and go out into the bush. And I like to do a little bit of hunting as well.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it sounds like we have a few hunters on the call here today. That's great, Larry. Well, so nice to have you here. And thank you for sharing a little bit about who you are and what you like to do and what your goals are. That really helps me to be able to customize the info today. Okay, so let's get into it, shall we? It's going to be a little bit of a fast and furious because we only have an hour, but I think it's really important that we all get to know each other a little bit because, as I said, doors open when you can expand your network. And now we all know a little bit about each other and where we're from and what we do. So there you go. All right, vision, mission, values, and purpose. So what is that all about and why is it important? Well, first of all, when we're considering how we're going to go about communicating what we do as a business and how we do it, in order to engage people in the goals that we have and to get everybody moving in the same direction, it's really important that we communicate clearly what we do, who we do it for, and why we do it. So it really contributes to our brand identity and the reputation that we're building for our business. And that's both with the internal audiences, so your employees, as well as external audiences, the people that matter most to your business in terms of those that you serve, your vendors, your suppliers, and the public. You know, what you're building is a brand. And building a brand means you need to be really clear on what you do, who you do it for, and why you do it. So your vision statement is the big picture. It's why your company exists and what positive change are you hoping to be able to create in your environment, in your community, and specifically for the people that you serve. So your vision is between 5 to 10 years out, and it's aspirational. Okay, whereas your mission statement is what you do, your company does day to day, or you do if you're looking at it from an individual perspective, what your business does day to day in terms of the products and services that you have and how you're benefiting the people that you serve. So if you're ECDEV, then your consumers are going to be the members in your community. If you're working for a company that is selling products and services to consumers, then those are your customers. So your mission statement is what you do day to day and how you do it. And it really helps if you have it written in an inspirational way that really points to your goals and the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. And your core values is what drives your mission, your purpose, and the why you do what you do in order to achieve your mission, which is your goals and what you strive to, how you strive to help your membership or your consumers on a day-to-day basis in order to achieve your higher vision of changing the world and making it better for the people that you are serving. So when you think about your vision, it's aspirational. It's 5 to 10 years out. When you think about your mission is what you do day to day and how you do it. And it stems from your core values and what's important to your company, your team, where everybody is moving in the same direction and everybody's inspired to do what you do on a day-to-day basis and make a difference for the people that you serve. Okay, so let's break this down. So our mission and our vision has to start with our core values. Our core values is what's most important to us in life and how we want to show up on a day-to-day basis and what we do to how we are living our core values and making a difference in the world. Okay, and so these are the guiding principles that help us to reach our business goals. It also embodies all of the beliefs and the attitudes that we have. So think about how your company's offering is showing and proving how you're showing up in the world through your core values. Draw a conclusion, making the connection in a way that makes sense between your core values and what you do day to day. So for example, if one of your core values is innovation, then frame in your communications how you push boundaries and how you create and show up in order to help your customers or your members be more innovative. Okay, so it's about making that connection between your core values and how your core values are being acted out every day through your mission. And you can utilize your actual functional benefits. And if you're delivering a product or a service, like if you're active and you're delivering the service of creating more opportunity through the businesses that you're providing, then or the businesses that you're building, then what is the higher purpose? Well, the higher purpose for that is you are doing this to create more prosperity for the community and for the individual members, more opportunity for the individual members, right? So think about, and then in the larger picture, how is that going to change the community? What is that going, how is everybody going to show up and come together and be able to benefit from the mission that your organization provides. So how do you figure out what your core values are? Well, first you have to get your team together and really start to brainstorm, get everybody together and brainstorm what is most important to us in terms of who we are as people and who we are as an organization. So your core values are what's driving you to do what you do and how you contribute to the reason that you exist. And this therefore creates your purpose. Not only does defining your core values help you to stay on track, but it also attracts the right people to you, people who are going to be like-minded and share your values and share in the future of your organization and the mission of what you do day to day. So you're going to attract like-minded employees, as well as customers and vendors and other people who can support the growth of your business. So some of the core values, well, these are the core values that I have in my business that are deeply ingrained principles and that guide my actions. So showing up as my authentic self and same with my team and being genuine, empowering others, which, really plays into what I do in terms of my passion of teaching, giving people the skills and the tools and the resources that they can use to really develop who they are, both individuals as well as an organization. So just really lifting people up. I have a growth-minded perspective. So I think that as human beings, we always want to be growing and learning and changing, because that is how we really develop who we are as human beings and how we become very inspirational organizations that can help to lift others up. Integrity is another one that is really important to me. You do what you say you're going to do, and show up as who you truly are. Be creative and be a effective problem solver, and also make sure that you're bringing a lot of fun to the table too, because in life, we can definitely have the perspective of achieving what we want to achieve in our goals, but we want to have fun along the way when we're doing it, right? Because otherwise, if you're not having fun, why bother? So my mission for my business is an example of how these goals work in to what it is I do. Is I teach talented Indigenous people to start and run businesses that they're passionate about, which results in the growth and prosperity for not only the individual, but their family and the community as a whole. So in the entrepreneurial teaching that I do, this really embodies my objectives, my goals, and how that works into my mission. So that's because I have a couple things that I do. So not only do I teach and train, but I also have a marketing services business. So this is the one side of my business on the training side. Okay, so if we start to think about your organization's core values, here's some examples of what core values look like. And again, it's really important that you get together with your team and everybody gets in the room and starts to, on the whiteboard, starts to jot down what are the core values that we have as people and as an organization, because this is going to be the driving force for your purpose and why you exist. So some examples are listed here. So do the right thing, do what you say. And of course, all of these sort of high level core values all have adjectives that relate as well. So be relentless and helpful, be greater every day, be accepting, be a good steward. And so you can use this core values example with all of the various ways that you can be describing and finding out what core values really speak to you as a way to start to dig into what your organization's core values are and what's important to you, because that's going to help you to define your purpose and your mission and your vision. So maybe let's do this, everybody. Why don't you start by writing down 3 core values that you think your organization has. Maybe you've already discovered what they are, or maybe you're in the process of doing this. So can everybody please take a couple minutes and write down 3 core values that you feel your organization has. Everybody's doing it. I can't see your faces. So I'm just assuming you're hard at work writing things down. Okay, did everybody come up with at least 3? Can you think about 3? Michelle, how did you do for your business? You probably already have them.
Yeah, I think, but I wanted to kind of tap into this a little bit deeper. So definitely, you know, I live by our 7 sacred teachings. So, yes. But I also want to peel back that layer. So I put community, inclusivity, and I was like thinking about, I didn't come up with the 3rd one.
Community, I love both of those.
Thank
and
you.
It's pretty great too, because I think that they really do touch on what you're all about and the business that you've built, because everything that I've seen from about your business, Michelle, is you do a really great job at encompassing those 2 core values that you just mentioned. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
And does anybody else want to share a core value that 1 or 3, if you've come up with 3 that you believe your business has?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that? Larry. Hi,
Larry. Larry from Federated Cooperatives. We do actually have 3 core values that are identified in the organization.
Oh, great.
And they do relate actually quite well to the Indigenous culture. There's a lot of similarities. So the first one is integrity. Of course, that's just being honest and trustworthy, right?
Totally.
Excellence, and that's everyone striving to be the best they can.
Right.
And responsibility, which is just taking accountability, being accountable for everything we do.
For sure. Those are excellent ones. Fantastic. And Larry, do you see those being executed every day in terms of how people operate within the business?
Yes, I do. I mean, things are a little different, right? Because we all work from remotely.
Sure.
But with my interactions with my colleagues, they're far and few in between these days. But yes, I do see this, and I would say so. Yes.
Oh, good. Excellent. Speaking of excellence, that's great. Okay, does anybody else want to quickly share their 3? No? Okay, let's continue on then, because we have a short period of time. Okay, here, Sarah. Sarah, I see your hands up.
Hi, I just put ours in the chat.
You did? Okay. Yeah. Do you want to say what they are, since we got you now?
Yeah. So ours is just to honor our culture, do everything with respect, and build capacity in the community, just so that we keep the values close, and ensure that we're building on our strength.
That's fantastic. Well, that sounds great, Tara, and it sounds like everybody's living those values.
I would say yes. Yeah.
That's excellent. Yay. Oh, I brought up this picture, everybody, of an office with the core values of the examples that I just shared with you, because this is a really neat idea. You might want to think about doing it in your office. Well, I know a lot of us are working from home, but usually there's some kind of local office space that everybody at some point meets at. And this is a really neat idea, to be able to have your core values in a visual format, just as a reminder for the team, and that everybody's working towards the same the same goals and with the same vision and core values in mind. So this is kind of a neat idea. Okay, so Lululemon Athletica, here's an example of how their values are in action. So their values are personal responsibility, entrepreneurship, honesty, courage, connection, fun, and inclusion. I think that there are a lot of these core values are definitely are shown or show up in the way that they operate. So their vision is to create transformative products and experiences that build meaningful connections, unlocking greater possibility and well-being for all. So Lululemon has really built a, not just a company that sells apparel, sports or wellness apparel, but they've really built an inspirational brand around being a wellness community. And so it's when you're building a vision or a mission statement, it's less about saying, this is, yeah, it's important you say what you do and how you do it, but it's also about making it inspirational so that people want to get on board and they want to join the team and be a part of what you're doing. And not only as employees, but also as brand advocates and as supporters for your business, whether that's people who are helping to share your message and opening doors for you, or whether that's in people investing in your business or attracting partnerships. So the more inspirational and yet still realistic that you can make your mission and your vision, the better. Now, some companies, actually a lot of companies, they also combine their vision and mission. So you don't, I mean, it's nice to have have them separated, but some companies combine them both. And then also some companies are a little bit vague in some of their either vision or mission statements. Like I think Lululemon's vision statement is really good, but their mission statement, even though it's inspirational, to me, it kind of misses, they're missing saying what they actually do. But they are really good at living their values. So this is an example of values. Okay, so purpose. Why do you do what you do? So people get involved in your business, not just because of the benefits that you deliver, but because of the why. So Simon Sinek is an author, very famous author and speaker, and he wrote the book on what is it again here? What's his? Oh, the Golden Circle. And we're going to go through that in a second. But what he talks about is really getting to the core of what you do is why people are attracted to your business, and why they're attracted to being involved with what it is that you're doing, whether that's as consuming your products and services or becoming a supporter and brand advocate. So your purpose is the why piece of your mission statements. It's why you are in business. It's what drives you, what's the passion behind what it is you're doing. And it's what is going to attract, as I said, all the people that are going to be important to the progress of your business. And it helps your team to all get on the same page and have the same purpose and be inspired towards the same goal. So think about what your company's primary reason is for existing. If you're an active, yes, of course, it's to build a capacity and opportunity. But what is the why? Like, what is it that drives each of you to do this? What is your passion for doing this? Is it to be able to enhance people's lives? Is it to see people really excel? Tara, hi.
Yeah, so I think just representing community businesses, we might want to, like, what would that what does that driver look like in terms of how we shape it from a community perspective? Because I do find sometimes that if I was an entrepreneur, it would be a heck of a lot quicker and easier to, go through this process of, from the idea generation into the business development stage. So why is it important to our community, and maybe what kind of data supports that, like just in our own thinking?
Yes, for sure, Tara. Well, I mean, if you look at it like your ActDev is a business, and just same with the, you know, any business has its business strategy and goals and objectives that it's there to achieve, and not just the functional benefits of creating businesses so there's more prosperity for the community, but also what is the why? Like, how are you lifting, how is your business, the ActDev, lifting up people in the community? What is the end, like, what does the end result look like? So that's the vision of the ActDev Corporation is successful in its day-to-day operations of creating opportunity. And then what does, you know, why is it important to all of you? Like, what is the passion that you have for creating these opportunities? What does it do? Are you there? Thumbs up. Okay, so yeah, it's all about, you know, what is the end result, and how are people's lives being changed, right? Because it's and as I said, it's important in your mission statement that you say what you do from a functional perspective, so your products and your services that you deliver. But it's what's equally as important, if not more important, well, not more, but equally as important, is that you have some inspirational whys in there. Why are we doing this? What's our end goal? How is this going to create more? How is creating more prosperity going to help change people's lives? What does that look like? What does it look like today? And what does it look like 5 to 10 years into the future? Okay, so you want to really think about it from the perspective of elevating people and elevating the community, and what that looks like as you achieve these goals. Okay, so it's the why. So as Simon Sinek in his book, Start With Why, I highly recommend you at the very least watch his video. So Google the Golden Circle, Simon Sinek on YouTube, or go into YouTube, and you'll see he'll walk you through this exercise, which is a great one to be able to do with your team. So if you start from the outside of the circle and you work in to get to your why and your purpose, and a lot of companies do, you know, they know what the products that and services that they sell, right? They might have a pretty good indication of, okay, why are we doing this? Because we want to grow the business, we want to earn money, we want everybody to be happy. But what is the actual purpose of the business in terms of, from an emotional impact perspective, how is it going to change people's lives? So you start with the what. So the what is the functional benefit, the products and services that you offer, and what do those do? What are the benefits there? And then you go inward into the how. The how's getting to the mission part of what you do, and what day-to-day, on a day-to-day basis, and what is the result of that? And then the mission is your purpose, and why do you dig down into the heart of why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, so this is a really great exercise. If we had more time, we'd walk through this together with each of your businesses, but we don't have that time today. So I'm just going to have to leave this slide and the YouTube video with you. And I do highly recommend that you watch it. It's not too long. It's 18 minutes long. It's fantastic. Okay, and so your vision statement. This is the high level of where your business is going, and what's the end result going to look like when you're there. So it's focused on tomorrow, and it's what you're going to be able to achieve through the day-to-day mission that your company has. It is also the roadmap and it's the compass for everybody working together to achieve the goal to bring this type of change to your community, to the individuals in your community, and to the larger community. So your mission statement, as I mentioned, is the how. So it focuses on today. It clarifies what your company does, who it does it for, and both your internal audiences, your employees, as well as your external audiences of your customers and the public. And it lets people know exactly what your functional benefits are and why you're doing it. What is the purpose? So it identifies your company's core values through your purpose, and it shows exactly who you are as people and as an organization, and it helps to attract like-minded customers, investors, and brand advocates to your business. So here's a few mission statement examples. I won't go through each of them, but you can, this slide deck's going to be emailed to you afterwards. So you can have a better look at, closer look at each of them, just to help you to get some ideas with your team. So for example, Apple's mission statement is to challenge the status quo to think differently. So Apple doesn't just sell computers, do they? What Apple sells is innovation. If you love Apple products, you love Apple products because not only do they work well, but you love what Apple represents, you know, and they're all about challenging the status quo and going beyond, right? So, and then all of these other mission statements as well are really great and will help you to really sort of see how these companies are positioning themselves so that you can have a better idea of how to work on yours. Inchikai Development Corporation is a Squamish Nation's active company, and they haven't formally set out their mission and their vision statements, but I pulled it out of some of their content, and essentially, and they do a really great job of listing all of their values. So active, transparent, engaged, progressive, unique, innovative, effective, and sustainable. And essentially their mission is to develop, manage, and own the active businesses of the nation and allow for separation of business and politics within the Squamish Nation. And their vision is from what I read within the context of their About Us, is building our community by creating opportunities. Now these, I don't think they've ever really done a formal vision or mission workshop. So, this says what they do and it says what their end goal is, but it's lacking a little bit of heart. It's lacking a little bit of inspiration. And so I would like to, if, you know, when I talk to them, actually they're my clients. So I might give a little recommendation that they throw a couple inspirational words in there just to beef it up a little bit. So it inspires, because that's what a mission and vision statement are meant to do. They're meant to inspire. And same with West Bank First Nations, ECDEV. They've got to exist to serve social, cultural, and economic needs of the West Bank First Nations. They do list their vision statement as a healthy, business-oriented community that is economically self-sufficient, and that they provide linkages between government, members, and businesses. Now this, to me, kind of is a mission and vision statement in one, which is okay. You can totally do that too. But that's an example. So think about when you're crafting your mission and vision statement, who are you? Think about the people that you serve. Think about the problems that you solve for them, or how you're bringing some gain into their life. What is your actual value proposition? And what's making it inspirational? So what's the heart, the why behind what you're doing? And then where do you want to end up? So what is your long-term 5 to 10-year goal? What does a perfect world look like for your business in terms of how you're serving your audience? Okay. And I've got some great templates here again to help you with your team to go into brainstorming mode to answer all of these individual questions. So I got these templates from, from a company, smartsheet.com. So they have a whole bunch of great templates online. And so this will help you with your brainstorming, and that's the mission. And then we've also got the vision template. Okay, so again, when you get to, I would highly recommend, if you want to take a first stab at it, go ahead, but then get together with your team, because it's important that everybody brings all their creativity and their passion to the table, so that you're working as a team and you're, as I mentioned earlier, rowing in the same direction. Okay, so in summary, the purpose of your mission, vision, purpose, and value statements is to make sure that your company is offering and demonstrating the common goals that the company is working to achieve. You have all your members on the team know the statements inside and out, and everybody's working towards the same goals. Your mission statement can be a combined mission and vision, but it's nice if you can separate the two. Remember, your mission is your day-to-day and how you serve your audience, and your vision is your high level, what the world's going to look like 5 to 10 years from now, and how you're going to help change create positive change for your community. And the difference between your mission and your vision statement lies in the purpose they serve. Your vision, remember, your vision is high level, right? Aspirational. Your mission is day to day, and it's inspirational. Okay. So hopefully, and then I've got a great video here for you as well that basically says everything we went through today. And I also have some other examples of other companies that you'll be able to look at to give you some more ideas. Okay, so there it is, everybody. Thank you so much. I think we're right on schedule. I'll hand it back to Michelle. Thanks everybody for being a part of this.
Woohoo! Thanks so much, Loa. That was really, really great. I'm wondering, how often does the organization or business, how often do they need to revisit, like, honing in on their mission statement or vision? Like, is it something that you say in 5 years you'll revisit and maybe reword it, or is it something that should be like just structured and not touched?
That's such an awesome question, Michelle. And I think my best answer to that is it depends. Every organization grows and develops and changes. So if the mission, the core mission of the organization, because your values likely aren't going to change. Your values are your values that comes from the top down. And your vision in terms of where you want to see the organization is likely also probably going to stay the same. But I think that it's always a good idea because the team might change, right? So maybe every couple of years, get everybody together and say, is this still, are we on our plan? Are we achieving what we set out to achieve? And is everybody rowing in the same direction? Is everybody in the canoe rowing in the same direction? And that would be the best case is just make sure, do a touch base with everybody and make sure everybody's on the same page.
That's right. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes before we have to say goodbye to Loa. Does anyone have any questions about what you heard today? We would love to hear from you. So you can unmute yourself or you can put in the chat box. And thank you, Tara, so much for asking a question, along the way as well. We honor people's, voices and their questions, and that's what this is all about. So we got Zen, aka Ken, saying excellent presentation, great use of his time. I love that.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Okay, well, it doesn't appear there to be any questions. You will be getting this presentation sent to you, so you'll have all this information, at your fingertips. I think it's just really, really valuable what you had brought to our table today. So thank you so much, Loa. I just so honor, the gift of you and what you bring and how you help us to build our capacity. So thank you so much. All right. Well, we'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining Can Do Links to Learning this Tuesday. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Michelle. Have a good day, everyone.